Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue. And from the looks of things, you know where I'm at, Whitemarsh Valley Country Club. Today, we take you to where the creative genius of golf course architect George Thomas began. Before there was Riviera and Bel Air and LA Country Club North, the Philadelphia native created Whitemarsh Valley. Now, more than 100 years later, we'll show you the latest restoration at this venerable layout. The 27th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf, the First Tee of Greater Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, Jersey Man and Philly Man Magazine, and Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia section of the PGA.
Golf is the great equalizer. For many, this journey is an escape from reality, a chance to be part of a team, a career opportunity. PGA Reach impacts lives through golf by lifting people up, giving them hope, and sending them down an alternate path that they never saw coming. With PGA Reach Philadelphia, as in life and in golf, the most important shot you take is the next one.
When you vacation in Montgomery County, PA, your money worries get a vacation too.
Oh, you gotta get your value.
Feel free to explore the soldiers' huts.
Free?
$4, that's it? Keep the lettuce coming, Diane.
Parking is free!
Hey, it's free!
With so many affordable things in Montgomery County, go ahead, freak out.
Welcome back. Inside Golf continues from beautiful Whitemarsh Valley Country Club. Spring day, sun's out, temperature's gone up. Couldn't be in a better spot with Darren Farrar. He is the golf course superintendent now for about a year and a half.
Yep.
Darren, we had you back on the show, I guess, a few years ago when you were at Old York Road.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So here you are now at Whitemarsh.
Yep.
And in the off season, as we stand here in front of the par 5 fifth green, you had a project underway, redoing things. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we did. So the club's been working with Andrew Green for about 12, 13 years. Since we did all of the flood remediation work, and so Andrew came up with a design really based off some of the earliest aerial photos that we had of the green, which was actually around the middle of the 1930s.
So that would have been maybe the original green design by George Thomas.
We think that it was definitely it's being the earliest aerial photos. It would have been the original green from George Thomas. Yes.
All right, and there was a pretty long period of time. I know, going back to my first appearance here at Whitemarsh, I'm going to sound old, but it was back in the 60s, and up for the next 30 years or so, there were actually 2 greens on this hole, right? One to the right, one to the left near the Wissahickon.
Yeah, it's all gone. The green, more recently was actually redone 12 years ago. The shaping aspect of it just really didn't fit, any of the more traditional contouring of George Thomas's original green. So Andrew really wanted to make sure that we held that original footprint in this design. So so the right greenside bunker was actually reshaped entirely to fit the new green. A large collection area with the approach in the back, the walk-off going to the 6th tee. Everything was redone to fit USGA specifications as well.
What about, we see it's the elevation. How much of a difference is it from what was here before?
Yeah, so we did raise this green up about a foot from the last
Looks
version
more
of
than
it.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's just a visual thing, and with this severe false front, so it's actually a foot higher than what it replaced.
Yes.
Okay. How about in terms of square footage on the surface?
So square footage, the green that we just redid before, it was just over 50. It was right around 5,200 square feet. The new green is right at 6,700.
6,700 square feet.
Yeah.
So how does that compare to the other 17 holes in terms of the actual overall size?
So this green is now the second largest green on the golf course. The third green is actually the biggest green that we have. But yeah, it definitely went up quite significantly.
So a little more maintenance for your cutters every once in a while, a couple days a week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it definitely takes a little bit longer to hand mow this green and everything else, especially with the collection area, the approach. Like I was talking about, that added about a half acre in total square footage.
Well, speaking as a 14, 15 handicapper, the larger size green gives us a larger target to hit to. We may have a couple long lag putts to get there. I know some of the lower handicappers may like to be a little tighter.
Yeah.
But I notice here a lot of undulation.
Yep.
So even, regardless of how far you are from the hole, you don't have all the time a straight putt here.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, no, Andrew really did a good job trying to get more of the traditional, back to front slope on it. The left side has a lot of different undulations. It gets pretty quick, from the middle going down towards the back of the green as well. And it's actually, it's squared off a little, in the back. So that really fits the George Thomas design on all of our other greens.
Yeah, the runoff areas, they were primary, I guess, rough prior to what you did here.
Correct.
Over the off season. What would you say in your own estimation is the toughest pin placement on this green right now?
We're still trying to figure out the toughest spot, but we really, we think, a front left, middle left, kind of in between those two humps back there.
So you have a lot of options.
Yeah, we have a lot more options.
Which is the benefit of having a larger green. And,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
I bring that up because Whitemarsh Valley is going to host another Philadelphia Amateur Championship coming up at the end of May. I know in the long history of the Golf Association of Philadelphia, the one course that has hosted more Philly Am competitions, we're standing right here at Whitemarsh Valley. That's something to tip your hat at, right?
Yeah, we're very proud of that, and we're definitely looking forward to hosting our next coming up here in another couple months. So.
And you guys have, like you said, maybe the original designs of holes and everything like that. And it sits in a valley. A lot of work was done here a few years ago because of the Wissahickon, which kind of snakes its way through several holes in this valley. Yeah. And at times it would overflow its banks, but a lot of work was done, including raising fairways.
Yes.
And elevation-wise to prevent too much erosion.
Exactly. Yeah. No, the flood remediation project was everything that needed to be done because of how many, especially just really in this past winter, we've had about a year's worth of rain the past 6 months, and it really helps get the water. Once the Wissahickon Creek drains down, it really gets the water out of the fairways, out in the outskirts of the rough. And these catch basins and barrancas were also installed to really help move the water off the fairways. Yeah,
and what it's done is it has allowed golfers more golfing days here at Whitemarsh because, back in the day prior to those changes, a lot of days got washed out because of the damage caused by the overflow of the Wissahickon Creek. So you got a great property here, huh? Do you have a sense of the history of Whitemarsh Valley? What's it like every day to show up at work here knowing George Thomas designed this place. It was the host of a PGA Tour event for 3 decades, 60s, 70s, into the early 80s. I saw Sam Snead here in person when I was a teenager. Jack Nicklaus won here. All the big names were here. What's it like for you as the golf course superintendent?
It's incredible. Honestly, getting to be able to work at this property every day, overlooking, it's truly a blessing to be able to be a part of this operation and the history, and it's a really good golf course. So.
Yeah, well, it's in good hands. Thanks to Darren Farrar. We appreciate you having us out here. I'm sure the members are happy with it, right? They had to play on a temporary green for a while, but hey, like anything else, once you get the project done and they're out here, that period of time seems minuscule compared to the amount of fun they're going to have out here playing. Darren, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us out here. And once again, folks, remember, golf course superintendents and the staffs, whether it's a private, municipal, daily fee, the unsung heroes are guys like Darren and his people working to make the experience as good as it can be. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll be back. More of Inside Golf coming up.
Hi, Tony Salucci with the Beacon Group of Companies. If your company has between 50 and 500 employees enrolled in your health insurance plan, there's a really good chance we can reduce your costs significantly and increase the benefits employees receive. How do we do it? We put you together with several thousand employers of a similar size across the country so your company can get amazing buying power. Schedule a conversation with one of our employee benefits specialists today at mybeacongroup.com.
Today we're here at the beautiful Lancaster Country Club right here in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, and we are so excited to welcome the U.S. Women's Open back to Lancaster County, site of the tournament's record-setting crowds right here back in 2015. And with the changes and the upgrades made to the course and this top-notch field, it's going to make for a fantastic event here. It's also going to be a great opportunity for our team to show off today's Lancaster County to not only visitors coming to the tournament, but viewers on TV. And we'll hopefully get a chance to talk a little bit about some of our other golf courses as well, because we've got great golf here in Lancaster County. We've got a number of public courses that range in skill, really, from beginner all the way up to experience. I'm talking about places like Pilgrim's Oak, Fox Chase, Cross Gates, and several others. In addition, we've got several 9-hole courses, we've got par 3 courses, and we even have 10 mini golf venues right here in Lancaster County. All this in addition to our Amish heritage, our vibrant downtown Lancaster City. We have wonderful family attractions, and of course, lots of different places to stay overnight. So plan to come out and enjoy some great golf and a great destination.
Week 2. I can't remember being this nervous from back when I was commissioner at the LPGA. We had a Canadian.
Well, there's 3 things that come to mind when you think Lancaster Country Club in this area. Number 1 is golf course. It truly is one of the cathedrals of the game. It's the kind of course that will test every club in your bag and test you mentally every hole. I mean, you really got to think your way around this golf course. So we love that. We love big golf courses that challenge you. It's an incredible community. I mean, 2015 proved that the community got around Lancaster. So it's we like that. I mean, we like big moments and big venues. And number 3 is the players love their experience in the town. So when you put 1, 2, and 3 together, great golf course, great community, and a place the players want to come, it's a home run for us. We're excited about coming back.
The last time the U.S. Women's Open came here was the most attended U.S. Women's Open. I think the funny story was that they sold out of merchandise during their practice rounds. So they had to have their suppliers. So that tells you how popular it was. Any national championship in the area is a positive for golf in the area. I know the last time they came here at Lancaster 9 years ago, they had record-setting crowds. I would expect we'll see more of the same, but just shows the fervor for golf in the region. Also highlights golf courses that, you know, some people, when you think of Philadelphia golf, you think of Marion, right? You think of Pine Valley, you think of Philadelphia Cricket Club. Well, we're at Lancaster Country Club, and some may be like, well, where is that? Well, this is the gem of a golf course. The hospitality here is awesome. So just in terms of coming back to the area, showcasing golf courses, showcasing the area, and for GAP, just being able to show people what we do in terms of the game with the USGA, it's all a boon, it's all positive.
I woke up to the clubhouse this morning. I saw the photos from the 2015 US Women's Open. I hold the trophy, and I said, oh, looks so young. And, I mean, 9 years long. I feel time fast. Everything's changed, but at the same time, I feel same. I have the same comfort, and still I want to play well. Now everything's changed, but still, I want to enjoy all the moments, and I'm looking forward to make all the another good memories from here. So I'm very excited.
And you have come back all the time. People might not know that NG started a foundation here and has come back every year since her win 9 years ago. A few stats, because I know she won't brag about this, but the NG Chun Foundation.
I think I can speak for everyone in the field when I say that, you know, the more fans, the better. Just kind of the buzz that it generates, right? Like, you step on property and like fairways are lined, like everyone's cheering for you. It's pretty special. It's definitely a different feeling from, you know, not having too many people out. Sure. And just feeling the community support, especially. I mean, Ingy was saying, you know, she's had her host family here since 2015 and kind of keeps in touch with them. And I think every girl out on tour has that story. You know, they have a tournament where they meet someone, just stay in contact with them for years and years. And it's just been awesome to see like how welcoming the community has been. Yeah, we played 15, 16, 17, and 15 was a tough starting hole, but no, it's beautiful. I mean, it seems like the greens are all look a little tricky, and it's definitely going to play a little different once the greens firm up and you know, speed up a bit, but it looks really beautiful. I'm really excited to be out here in a month.
Now I'm playing the U.S. Open, and I mean, it's always such a well-run championship. Everything's just done perfectly, and yeah, I'm so honored to be a defending champion this year.
Yeah, we've played 91 championships in the state of Pennsylvania in our history when we play this one, which will be 91, more than any other state in the United States. It's incredible golf country. It's incredible golf people. People here really get the sport and rally behind the sport. Lancaster's a great example of that. And it's kind of a home game for us. Like, we drove here today, and we're going to drive here in 4 weeks. And so it's an amazing experience for the players. It's an amazing experience for my fans. And if the people from the community come out, you're going to find it's an amazing party for them as well. So this is, and we know what we're getting into this year. We saw it in 2015. We want to be even better in 2024. But this one's big. You know, it's a big course. It's a big moment. It's the biggest purse. It's the biggest television coverage. So it creates that kind of bigness, creates anxiety and nerves and desire and expectation that makes for a big championship.
Our teed-off panel is brought to you by Lulu Country Club. Welcome back. Inside Golf now continues with our teed-off panel. The sun's out, wind's up a little bit, but hey, we're talking golf. Couldn't get any better. And we're talking golf with Joe Logan, longtime contributor and the man that puts together myphillygolf.com. You want to know what's going on in Philadelphia golf or who's playing it? myphillygolf.com with Joe Logan. Sam Ambrose is back with us. Sam is the head professional at Chester Valley Golf Club, and good to see you. And Marty Emino from GAP, Golf Association of Philadelphia, where he serves as Director of Operations and Communications. All right, let's begin with you, Marty.
All right.
The topic today is some of your favorite or notable short par threes here in the Philadelphia section, or in the GAP section, shall we say, of country clubs and courses.
Two come to mind immediately. That would be the Phil Mickelson hole at Marion.
That would be number 13.
That would be number 13.
From the U.S. Open in 13,
you know,
when he airmailed it.
Airmailed a 100-yard shot, which proves that we can all do the same thing, right?
Maybe the wind was blowing as hard as it is here at Lulu on the back deck today.
Quite possibly. Know. But I'll say my favorite short par three is the one we talk in the office. We call it the GOAT.
The GOAT? Oh, greatest
of all time.
And that would be?
Right over there.
At Manny's?
The 8th hole, the quarry hole at Manny's.
Manufacturers, right, where you're up and you hit down into literally a quarry hole.
And the quarry, the small green, great visual, you know, halfway house right there on the right-hand side, just a cool shot.
And the other part of that hole that makes it the signature hole over there, in my estimation, are the wooden steps that lead down. You have to go down about 80 of them to get down to the green, right? Oh, what a fantastic hole.
Just don't go short. Don't be short and don't go long, and you're okay.
And William Flynn didn't have to excavate any dirt or anything to get down there. That's the way nature had it.
Awesome hole.
Great choice, great choice. Sam, how about you?
Yeah, I think a lot of these holes we're going to talk about are going to have similar qualities. Obviously, they're going to be shorter yardage, but they're also going to be extremely penal if you don't hit the spots you need to hit. So the two that come to mind for me, one being number 11 at Applebrook. I mean, it's at the furthest back tee, I think it's 120 yards. It's a tiny green, short template, if you will, that Gil probably built there. And I can say I probably had just as many birdies as bogeys on that hole, just because you miss left, the ball falls off pretty far, and it's a tough up and down, and missing right is no picnic either. So that's one. Similar thought there, but a very different green would be the 4th hole at Gulf Mills, kind of a quarry hole there. Much wider green, not as deep, but again, can't be short, can't be long, can't be right, can't be left. So I think both of those holes provide a difficult challenge, even though they're only 120 yards at most.
Yeah, at most. A couple times, maybe 3 or 4 I played at Gulf Mills, they always seem to have it right corner, front. And it's like, wow, what do we do here? You know what I mean?
How many times you hit it in the small bunker in front,
Exactly.
It's a few steps wide.
That's why it's there.
Yeah, right.
That's why it's there. All right, Joe.
I'll start with the sort of granddaddy of all short par threes in Philadelphia, number 10 at Pine Valley with the Devil's Ass bunker, which I've been in a few times myself. Number 2, I'll go with Raven's Claw, number 13, a little short wedge downhill into an angled green. Shout out to Ed Sheeran, local architect, who I happen to know had 12 at Augusta in mind when he designed that hole. And my third one, I'll go right across the street here, number 4 at Lulu, a little uphill flip wedge that will have you pulling your hair out, what's left of your hair. But you know, it's either you love that hole or you hate that hole.
Yeah, kind of similar to the 4th hole at Gulf Mills is the 4th hole here at Lulu, and it's as flat as a pool table, right? And it's got the quarry and the whole thing, and it's really good. One that I was surprised that none of you mentioned this hole that appears on my list, and that would be the 9th at Whitemarsh.
I had it on my
Marsh
list.
That
Valley.
was, look at it, it's on my sheet right
Well, you
there.
didn't say it, Tom. If you hesitate, you're lost. But that's great. You got out of bounds.
Yeah.
You got, it's well protected with bunkers. Over is dead. You just go down. They've really softened behind it because they put some arborvitaes in there and they grow the grass. But back in the day when they had the old tour event there, I mean, guys would airmail it and it would just slide right down and you'd be on the 10th tee playing that 9th green. That is a
It looks benign.
Perfect.
From the tee, it looks benign.
Right.
Until you miss it 3 times, right, left, long, short, you know, and then miss the putt.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'll give you one more, and it doesn't really, you know, at first look, but even the 3rd at Wissahickon. Doesn't look like much. It's like a flat hole, you know, no big deal, carry some, you know. It's hard to find that green, and if you miss it to the left, you're kind of down the hill. You can't go long. You know, it looks like one of those easy holes, and before you know it, you're tapping in for 5, and you're like, what just happened?
3 putters.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and the thing, there's a little swale in that green, I believe, you know, from once you get to the middle of it. So if you have a lengthy putt, either way, if it's in the front and you hit to the back, or vice versa, it's not a tap-in 2-putt.
No, not at all.
Yeah, what makes, you think, a good, we'll wrap it up with this, a decent par 3? Do you have to have a quarry, or do you have to have a lot of bunkers, or what makes a short par 3 a great hole? Combination of those things?
I mean, I don't know if you really can put, because they're all kind of different in their own sense, right? A hole where you probably, though you have a short club in your hand, you still have to think about the shot. That's what I would say. You know, like the 9th hole, looks like nothing at Whitemarsh until you miss the green or hit it long or aren't thinking about it and you hit a poor tee ball.
Right. Sam, do you have an opinion there?
I think, you know, I don't know all the holes we talked about. I know most of them, but not one of them that, to my knowledge, has much water on it. And so you don't need a drastic penalty area, maybe a strategic bunker or a strategic slope like we talked about with the swales. But I think Marty said it best, like when you have to think on the tee and you only have 120 yards in, that's what makes this game so great and what makes it hard for those shots when it's a short shot, but it grabs all of your attention.
Final word, Joe?
It's like, you know, people at Sawgrass approaching number 17. The closer you get, the more dread, the more sweat. And then when you're standing over the shot, what is the sphincter pucker factor?
Never quite heard it described that way, but I know exactly what you're talking about. I loved your description, one word, on a great par 3. It looks benign, benign. So many of them look that way until it's your turn to hit it and then try to get it in the hole.
You know what that hole is when you're done with your round and you're looking at your score and you're like, how did I make 5 in that hole? It's 100 yards.
I know.
That's what it is.
Short par 3s. You like have nightmares about them, but they are great, great holes when it comes to just enjoying around the golf. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll be back. More of Inside Golf in just a moment. Modco All Access is brought to you by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board.
As we head into spring and summer, say goodbye to these chilly temperatures and hello to some warmer ones, a great public golf course to try out is Raven's Claw, a unique and fun spot that's hosted everything from families to professional women's tournaments.
Raven's Claw is a great place. It was built in 2005, so it has all the newer amenities, better drainage, interesting layouts, and all the holes are different. The conditions here are very, very nice. We've worked on speeding the greens up. We've redone most of all the bunkers around the greens. The turf is very nice. We're bent grass, which is a higher level of grass than ryegrass, which you even see ryegrass at some of the private clubs. Symetra Tour was a huge thing, and the girls loved the golf course. I mean, it was very nice, and they could play. We have youth on the golf course that the Golf Association of Philadelphia runs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so youth can come play for $5 a round, so it's a pretty outstanding situation. Public golf is where most people start. I mean, it's very expensive to start out at a private club, so having the option to be here is really nice. It's a fun place to play. Come on out and give it a try.
For more on other public golf courses, check out valleyforge.org, and we will see you next time on Monco All Access, when we'll be featuring other public golf courses. For the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board, I'm Rachel Riley.
The Golf Association of Philadelphia. Founded in 1897, GAP is the nation's oldest regional or state golf association. We serve amateur golf in Eastern PA, Southern New Jersey, and all of Delaware. GAP welcomes all golfers, junior or senior, male or female, public or private. Join the Golf Association of Philadelphia today. Our mission is always to preserve, protect, and promote the great game of golf. Before you tee it up, look us up. Visit gapgolf.org to find out more.
That's it for this week's edition of Inside Golf. Thanks for joining us. We want to thank the folks here at Whitemarsh Valley Country Club, in particular Superintendent Darren Farrar, for showing us about the changes they made to that 5th green here at Whitemarsh Valley. What an historic club. And good luck to everybody at Lancaster Country Club. The Women's U.S. Open coming up. Hey, let's see if Nellie Corda can keep the streak going and win another major in 2024. Don't forget, every issue and edition of Inside Golf can be viewed on YouTube. All you have to do is go to YouTube at Inside Golf TV. I'm Harry Donahue. See you next week here on Inside Golf. The 27th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Monco Golf, the First Tee of Greater Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, Jersey Man and Philly Man Magazine, and Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia section of the PGA.